Okay, we hope you guys had a great Christmas. And tonight's look is actually all three of these colors are all what I would consider in a medium pigment. And so there's not a lot of contrast. So we've got Candlelight, Rose Gold, and Hazelnut. And so I was kind of looking at them trying to figure out how to do something that's going to show up well on here on camera, that you're actually going to be able to see that I'm using three different colors because they look really similar. I'm following along with the look from our that our makeup artist does. So it's called Radient. And so I'm gonna do the look, but I might you know, add a liner or something like that. But because I do want the pigments to show well, I'm actually going to give Jules our fabulous eye primer to put on. And what that does, that just helps to hold the pigment, but also you can also use it to intensify your pigment. So let's say you have a lighter color, like say rose gold. Let's say you love rose gold, but it doesn't show up really like dramatically. And so then you can actually use our eye primer and just get a little bit more intensity from your color by doing that. So yeah, so Candlelight, Rose Gold, and Hazelnut, all medium light pigment. And so typically for myself, when I put together a look, I do like to add a little bit more contrast. I always say the ultimate look is white and black. So you always think the most formal event you can go to is a black tie event, which is white and black. And so when you're doing your makeup, the most dramatic or the most the dressiest you can go is really light with really dark. That's kind of where the smoky eye comes in, and then it just gets less dramatic from there. So this is definitely the opposite of working with white and black.
Okay, or like Snow White, because she is like skin is white as snow, hair is black as whatever, and her lips are super red, so
yeah,
high contrast.
Yeah. And she was the fairest in the land. So, so if you're wanting to do something that stands out, think, you know, Snow White, think tuxedo. So those are sort of your picture imagery. And yeah, so that's our color palette is fairly neutral. So what I'm going to do with the Candlelight, so the Candlelight is going to go into the crease, but it's going to go slightly above. Because it's a shimmer, I'm not going to bring it all the way up to the brow, but you certainly can. If you have a medium beige skin tone or darker, Candlelight does work as a highlight color. If you have a light beige to ivory skin tone, Candlelight can be a bit dark for a highlight color. Okay, so now I'm going to, so this is Candlelight, what's left on here. And then this is Rose Gold. So I'm showing them to you because they're
Rose Gold in there too.
They're very similar
one is
pigment-wise.
Slightly pinkier.
Yeah.
Candlelight is more golden and Rose Gold is more pink.
Yeah. Now, I love Rose Gold. It's one of my favorite colors. I use it personally a lot.
It's one of the 4 I actually own.
Yeah. It goes with... Those Jules has tried every color.
I have tried every color, but for some reason I still only own like 4 or 5.
Because she can walk downstairs.
Yeah.
And get every look possible done.
Yeah. So actually, I do own more. I just have like some... I have some of like the limited edition like sets from a little while ago that have other colors, but
well, and a lot of times they're limited edition if you want just more dramatic colors, and definitely if you want the trendier colors. Our limited edition line is always very trendy, whereas our standard line that we carry year round are your basics. You know, it's like the staples at the grocery store, the standard things, and then the seasonal stuff is
I actually have the smoky eye one they did forever long ago that was actually like black and white and gray.
Right.
It was basically, it is like 2 or 3 stripes, and it's actually like black and white, which is it was super easy for smoky eye.
It's
Why I got
yeah,
it, because I would always do smoky eye, and I'm like, this is perfect. It has everything.
When
I
they
need.
do the limited edition sets, they're perfect because the makeup artists create them to work together perfectly for that season's look. So you get exactly what's on trend, perfectly coordinated to work together. Okay, so I've done the 2 colors, and I did put the hazelnut on the outside edge. It's very light. I'm going to actually add some underneath just so that this look isn't super neutral. And another thing you definitely could do, because these are colors I wear quite a bit myself, but I always add espresso, which is a darker brown instead of the hazelnut. So Candlelight and rose gold I love, but I always add espresso with it.
Yeah,
And
it's a nice,
so
like, darker brown.
So
It's a
I
nice
would
option if you don't want to use black. It's a really nice dark brown.
Yeah, I love it.
If black is like a little bit harsh.
Yeah. So I'm just doing like a smudgier, wider line underneath with the hazelnut because it's quite light. It just gives just a nice look to the eye. So that's another thing. If you do want to do a lighter color underneath, you can go a little wider with your brush. And as you can see, it just gives sort of a little bit, I want to say, smokier look in a very light end of the color palette. So that's using hazelnut, almost with like a smoky eye kind of technique. So that's our look for the eyes tonight. And then, so it's just a really pretty neutral look. And putting the eye primer underneath really helps with the pigment showing up because they are quite light. Okay, so now of course, no look is complete without contour highlight. Don't leave home without it. And if you haven't already purchased contour highlight, the ones that Jules and I use are the Latte with the Glazed. And I recommend Latte for pretty much every skin tone unless you are quite, unless you're in quite a deep beige or bronze, because we have 2 colors of
the other ones
of contour.
Quite dark.
Yes.
Or if you have a lot of melanin in your skin, you tan really easily.
Yeah.
Then like for the summer, but it's there's quite a big difference between the 2 shades. It's not like, oh, it's just a shade darker. It's probably like 5 shades darker.
It is. So I do recommend the Latte really for pretty much most skin tones in your light to medium shades.
Is it the other side that twists? I think it's the other side.
I don't know. I can never
I thought
get
it was
this
the black that twisted. Try twisting that.
Okay, so they ask for Sunset Peach for our lips. So I had chosen a Fancy Nancy, which is kind of corally, but the demo tube hates me. I have a backup plan. I grabbed a little sample too. So we'll see which one we get open sooner.
Okay, I swear we had this problem last time, and then we figured out, and we're like, oh, it's just that.
I know. I've opened it before.
It doesn't like it. I don't want to use my teeth, so.
That's kind of gross. Okay.
That's why I said I'm not going to.
So, backup plan. I did get the sample one open. So, here we go. Fancy Nancy it is. There you go. I'll grab you a mirror.
I need to clean my mirror. It's cleaned.
I don't know why we can't get our sample open tonight, but anyway, it is what it is. Okay, with this look, because the eyes are quite neutral, you could definitely do anything on your lips. So if you wanted to go into reds or darks or berries, Jules looks fabulous in a really nice deep berry for
it's
winter.
Like my favorite.
So, but this one kind of matches her shirt.
Oh, it does.
So there you go, the Fancy Nancy shirt. So that's our look for tonight, something soft and neutral, but a couple little hints on if you want to go with neutral colors. You can do a smudgier liner with that, or you can just do a more dramatic lip. Okay, so that's it. Where's her heart? It's that awkward week between Christmas and New Year's where
Yeah, I was like,
I've just
I
eaten
literally
way too much junk food and way too much chocolate. Okay, have a good night.